Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Cat Monarch, and yeah, we are continuing Duel Masochist. I know last stream was a little bit different, a little bit off track, and off topic from what we normally do. It was the last stream of the month. I don't get to hang out with my friend that often, and I like Night Rain. I'm gonna play it. But as it is, start of a new month, I could be doing a little bit better myself. I'm feeling a little bit lousy, got a summer cold. So we'll see how this stream goes. Do as best we can. We'll grind up, see how quickly we can get back to Platinum. Excuse me. And yeah, I don't really have a whole lot else to say. Not much has changed between the win rate, me, the gem count changed, but that's because, you know, we're going to tear through that again eventually. This is the deck we're playing. I realised that we had Verte still in the extra while we cut the fusion. So we've cut Verte, replaced it with Steel Star. But otherwise, I think we want to just give this a couple more tries, see how it does. Might not be particularly fantastic. There might be a lot of better things, but you do not know until you try. And that's going second, isn't it? In theory. Connection's not the best down here compared to upstairs for some reason. Well, they couldn't handle the choice, or my internet couldn't handle matchmaking. One or the other, we'll find out. Right, go in second, are we? Yeah, okay, that seems like it was their end then. This is definitely muted, yeah. Let's just put that over to the next one. Sorry I left you guys with several minutes of ads, by the way. I kind of had to just, like, go use the loo, and, well, that doesn't mean that I have impeccable control over what's playing on the laptop. For some reason. There we go. Are they just normal summoned Ash Blossom? That was a normal summon. Yeah. We're about to see where this goes, I guess. Seems like cyber shenanigans, which I know that we can't really beat. So here they get circular, and here I think we just quit. I'm not going to go against circular. Welcome back, properly, to Masochist. Good to be back, you know. In other news, I guess, the heat has cooled down quite drastically. It's only about 23, 24 outside, maybe a bit lower than that. Previously, for the past week nearly, it's been kind of like over 25, depending on the various days. Like Monday, Tuesday was like 28 to 30 degrees kind of area during the day. This ain't terrible, is it? What do we have? Monster effect in their hand or grave, inflict 200. You know, yeah, I'm actually okay with doing this and setting 2. There's Max C. Set 1, set 2, pass turn. They hand looped themselves for 1 and took 200 doing it. Sounds like my kind of game. Ignore the fact I think this will not do much of anything. But we do have 2 runic spell traps which might be able to do things. Hello, Gaming Nation. That's an in-hand cost, not a summon. We can set Sinful Spoils. Yeah, that's fine. How are you doing, Gaming Nation? You alright? This is not a favourable matchup, I don't think, but we'll try it anyway. Again, excuse me. Hand or Grave, though. So these will trigger the Narcissus. That's fine. Are you doing it? Half of you is alright. The other half is all left. Is that how we're, you know... yeah, okay, that's fine. That's cards from their deck to their hand. Okay, so, yeah. Add a White Forest spell trap. Okay, so we can do it now. Enjoy your free wins while you can. I don't think they're going to be free. Like, not in the slightest, because now everyone from Plat, the good and the bad, is going to be down here. Discard Ghost Ogre, banish Kashtira, and yeah, you know, those are pretty good banishes. I'll take that. Synchro Shocken. Uchiella. Yep. I'm not sure when we actually want to fire this, because banishing 3 from the top of the deck is nice, but I don't know. We probably want to use it in battle phase, like realistically. Just protect this one once. It's monster effect, right? Yeah, monster effect, so that doesn't count. But these do, if they don't get rid of this first. Premise of this deck is burn and good stuff. Well, okay, that's another 200. We're only 38 activations until they die. You see, that timer is going down. Very slowly, but it is. That's an activated effect, yes? Yeah, it's an activated effect. Take 200. That's fine. And that also is an activated effect. Take 200. I swear this is going to matter. Take 200. Look, the clock is going. It is working. I swear it's working fast. What do we got? Baron access, right? I wasn't fast enough. That's unfortunate. Because that's... to be fair, that would be a costly Baron. I don't think they're going to do that, but we can try. We can hope. Because Baron doesn't beat Lazion. Okay. Type 1 face-up monster on the field. Next time that monster... I mean, yeah, we might as well. We do that to just banish 3 from their deck, I think. This books it so it does die from the first hit anyway. But, ooh, that's a good hit. And the 2 of called by an Imperm. I'm liking these banishes so far. Let's see. You know what's really funny? Lazion. A Time Lord, because they're going to kill this, and I can just normal summon this. Is that Baron? No, it's Chaos Angel. Do they think they can kill me right now, you think? There's a banish. They need to be able to put on another 2k. Maybe they can, I'm not going to say they can't. But what can I do? Nice. That's real cool. That's neat, but these are just target asynchro. Right? Where is it? You. No? You? White Forest Synchro. Unaffected by activated effects, right? Monster effects, specifically. They set that one. Okay, so I can totally just punch this thing. Actually, no. No, I can't. I can't just punch this thing. There's a specific reason. I forfeit my battle phase. Anyway, normal summon. Activate effect, take 7, and special summon. I don't know what they have. It's gotta be in hand, right? We'll do this for 12. Now if they activate a spell trap, I get draws. So we set this. We go to battle phase. Battle phase is skipped, end phase. Right, we get 3 draws if they activate a spell trap. This doesn't out it. Granted, like, Baron outs it, I think. This... No, this doesn't out it. I don't know what does. We'll find out. We have Magic Cylinder, which is nice. Yes, I will draw. 3 cards, please. Oh, they had Ash Blossom. That's mean. You gonna Ash Blossom a poor Gogan Zeka? Also, apologies if it sounds a little weird. I'm in a different room and you guys are down on a chair while the laptop's up on a table. Because I was trying to avoid the fans being the main source of noise. I don't know how well I've managed that. But that might help a little. Entertainment. Music is on. Yeah, you know, that might out it if they confuse using my monster. But they're not using my monster, so does that just out it? Okay. I don't know what this targets, really. And an Azamina target to destroy them. If fusioned, monsters your opponent controls. Wait, you kidding me? Anyway. Monster effects. Not spell trap effects. Take 35. This got negated this turn, but... yeah... They'll get their sinful spoils back, but at the very least I get a killer. Kashtira Ogre, that's really cool actually. Just a shame I can't summon it right now. We'll do that. That's 1,000. Return to regular stats. You get a spell trap and I get a draw 2. I mean, they have a spell trap. Which one was it? The Deception. Pretty good one. If a monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard and you control an Azamina. Yeah, so all they need to do is put this in the grave and they kind of win. Because this is an Azamina. What did that do? Well, you know what you don't have in hand? Ash Blossom. You used it. And now, Cauldron, Michion, Kashtira. So, yeah, the problem is they're going to just burn me for game with the Deception, right? At least I feel that's what happens. Unless they have to send the Deception. They have to send it. Which means what? Oh, now they just hit over with... yeah, right. That's what it means. Well, we had a good attempt at it. That wasn't terrible. Anyway, it could have been better. pretty much exactly if our opponent didn't use the Ash Blossom. I think that's about the only way, right? It might turn out that this deck is horrible. It really just cheeses the odd win here or there. But I feel like I gotta try it out a little bit. We dueled with it like once last stream, if I remember right. By the way, how do I sound? Am I, like, clear enough? Because between feeling a little bit rough and the microphone placement, I'm not entirely sure how this actually sounds on the other end. I'm good. Nice. I'm optimistic of my chances. Am I? Set 1. We got both our runic spells. I can just halve my opponent's life right now. Save the Fenrir. I think we do that, right? There's nothing Michion's afraid of. They're thinking. Is it... Okay, place your bets. Is it a real deck? It's got an 11 card extra. 58 main. Which is odd numbers, to say the least. Cradle Cobra. Okay, main 2. It could be, but I don't think it is. I think this might be a Masochist. Either that or they're trying out their own challenges, so we will ignore the Imperm columns. Maybe play into Mech Knights, but I'm fine with playing into Mech Knights, honestly. Except during the draw phase. I don't think that one's going to come up, which is a little unfortunate. They have a Gradle in hand. This is leaving next turn anyway. I can banish the Gradle Cobra with Fenrir after this leaves the field, but then what? They just sit on the Cobra in theory. Like, that's their game plan for the moment. And another one. That's unfortunate, because in theory, that's just going to be another Gradle. Vijam. You know, that does work. We do that. We don't control any monsters. Special Fenrir. Yeah. I'm okay with that. That's not an issue. Normal summon. I wonder what they've got. Because they've obviously got responses. That's a decent card. We can use this to make Anima to steal the Cobra. And then, because this won't be destroyed by a monster effect if it leaves the field, that's a-okay. Or if they steal Relinquished Anima, they gain, like, nothing. So I'm fine with Anima attacking into the face down. So we go battle phase. Let me read these. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. So, yeah, there's one Gradle this doesn't hit over in the first place. And if it does hit over the other one, yeah, they get a steal Fenrir, I think. Yeah, steal the Fenrir. That's okay. Activate this. Banish my Cubic. I got something. I mean, this stops the Fenrir next turn, because I'm not activating a monster effect next turn. You can't use that, it's already negated. You can try it. Just because I don't control it doesn't mean it's not negated. It remained face up on the field, so... Attack for 100. And if this doesn't go through, we can banish, like, the top 3 cards of their deck, stop the Fenrir from attacking, which gives us a turn to find something. Just desserts. Ah, they're on burn as well. Good stuff, Pile. Yeah, we don't do anything to stop this, right? Take 100, that goes. They take the damage because it was on their field. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, depending on what those two are, I think we just have it. Because this needs to connect, or this needs to connect. They set a monster, this can be over it, whatever it is. I guess the problem is it's probably a Gradle, right? But we can synchro for 10. Oh, that's funny. So I think the play is that we do synchro for 10. Special into Ruddy Rose, right? What do you do? Target card, yeah. So it's just Ruddy Rose. Because that gives us a banish for 1 card on the field, the monster, and banishes their entire grave. Our entire grave as well, but I don't think we care as much about that. 1. And 2. They could have something. It's entirely possible. But doesn't look like it. Those get banished. That one gets banished. It's an alligator. We just go battle phase and swing in for 32. Way over lethal. Unless. Dimension Wall. That's fine. I'll take 32. Even if that's double Dimension Wall, I don't die, so I'm okay with that. Attack directly for 1,000. Just put you on the clock. Gradle Parasite. Special summon a Gradle from your deck in attack position. Sure. Yeah, we just continue the attack. I'm fine with this, because we deal 500 to them. That dies. They get to take control of the Ruddy Rose. And then we've got Magical Cylinders from deck. So that's like A-okay. That's 100% fine. Main 2. Set 1. End phase. Now we do have to kind of wait. Okay. So they're going to go battle phase. And then what? Haggard. I think Haggard does it. But we do forfeit battle phase to it. Before the end of the main phase, magical cylinders. Now they will read that card. They might even own that card based on the deck they're playing. And so they might not attack at all. If they don't attack, then we can, at the very least, set up Haggard. And if we can set up Haggard, we have a win condition. So Oh, wait, we're locking up the extra monster zone. That is a problem. Triple attack talent. That's not going to work. This is in the way, actually. But I think we have to leave it. The thing is, they can't attack with anything that has 1,000 or more, otherwise they lose. And they know that. If I get a normal summon, I'm okay. It's a face down. The thing is, the longer I take to get one monster, the more dangerous it is, because they're actually on a burn strategy. One monster will do it. That's not a monster. But I think we set it anyway. Oh wait, we can use that offensive. No, we can't use it offensively. Secret Blast. Yeah, that's okay. 12, 18? 1800. I don't know a way they're going to do 2,000 to me in a single turn, so I think I'm okay. The funny thing is, if they MST this, we have this. And if we're really scared of the MST, we also have this. If it's Duster or Heavy Storm, then we just have this. Right. So the problem is we need them to activate a monster during the main phase. They are not going to. Oh, and now we're just not drawing anything. Right, okay, I think we do this. Because our guy gains us life points, right? Oh no, it's that one. Right, okay. That's funny. We got rid of their lava golem, but I don't think that's going to do anything. I want to attack this thing. Oh right, I used a runic card. Skip the battle phase. I need them to control a face up. Oh wait, can I burn this? This works, right? For a moment I got it confused with Ring of Destruction, so that's all there is to it. Just desserts. No! For shame. I am doomed. They outplayed me. Ah, that's crazy. Maybe I was just correct to wait on a monster then. That's all there was to it. Sad times. I'll check it. I'll remind me to check out the list afterwards, because I think that was just like burn good stuff, like we are doing, but we gotta go first. It makes a difference. Also, after this one, while everyone looks at it, I need to top up on drinks again. Well, this might put a spanner in the works, it might not. Let's find out. Because I'm okay with this, generally. If I activate a monster, I get a banished card from the top of their deck. Everything's Machine, which turns off Fiendsmith and Blue Eyes. Doesn't turn off Primite. But it does turn off Fiendsmith and Blue Eyes. Now, the thing is, they get to set Drill Beam, which sucks. But it does mean that it can't be activated this turn. It's Blue Eyes. Ooh, these are all pretty good. The thing is, they're returned to the top of the deck in the same order, so I think we just get rid of this, right? Yeah. If they have to wait a turn to draw Majesty, I think I'm okay with them waiting a turn and drawing Majesty. There goes Blue Eyes, but that's fine. Because it's in defense position, right? Yeah, and everything's a machine, so you can't actually use it to start your plays. It's okay. Equal to half its attack, so they'd only take 1250 from this. A little bit more than that. Set 4. Scary. Vijam. This is pretty good. I think we just force them. If they don't feel like this is forcing them, that's a-okay. Oh, they really don't. Sage, Dominus, Primite, Carry, and Maiden. We just banish the Sage. Like, there's no ifs, no buts. Do I want to just start putting them on a clock? No, we're okay. Main 2. Set 1 boy. Now, I know this means that we can't just summon Rathion, but I'm okay with that. Excuse me. Anyway, that's a monster effect. Imperm. That's for the Clockwork Knight as well. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Right, now they can just probably pop off and do things. Well, actually, no, they can because, you know, Beryl is a dragon. Drill Beam. You have to target a face-up card, right? Yeah, what's the card? Why are you banishing your own? That's not correct. Go for it. I get to set that card in the Imperm column, but that doesn't matter anyway, and it also blocks off the Imperm column so they don't make a mistake. They get another barrel. Link 1. Yeah, here it comes. What do they have? They have 2 Blue Eyes engraved. That really sucks. Mausoleum. What does it do? Sends? You get a normal summon of a Light Tuner. Well, do they have a Light Tuner? That's the question. They can get to Blue Eyes. I don't know if they can get to a Light Tuner. And are you only playing 2 Blue Eyes? Or is the other one in your hand? Battle phase. The face down or the Kashtira? The Kashtira. I'm fine with that. No monster effects. This Travel Tact is not going to do a lot. Oh, wait. Wait a minute, maybe it will. That's a Synchro 9. Special Blue Eyes. I think it might be the time to actually do the Bad Luck Blast. Oh, apparently then was the time to do the Bad Luck Blast. Okay. That's fine. You can Synchro for 9, but you can't Synchro again. Ah, okay, so it's now. We do it now. Fun. 1650. It's getting there. Anyway, everything's a machine again, but they have Drill Beam. So, does that. Flip. Are you scared? Damn it. I think we got a special summon. And we're going to do it here to play out of Imperm column. Huh. Well, this ain't working, is it? Special summon? Haggard. It's only the attack, isn't it? Yeah, that's unfortunate. My opponent is reading. It's very rude of them. The thing is, Tribute Summoning this wouldn't have done it because they just have Drill Beam, so... Yep. Right, let's take a look at the deck list from the previous duel list, and let me top up on drink again. I will be right back. Let's just... not you. You. Confirm opponent's deck. And you guys get a look at that. Right. Marginally longer than expected, but anyway. Yeah, so it does seem like our opponent was just on the same kind of thing as we did. The extra deck just wasn't really relevant, that's why it was 11 cards. I don't know if you guys can hear my drink in the background. If nothing else, I like soluble paracetamol because it makes me feel like a wizard brewing potions. It's funny. Right, we'll give this another couple of runs before we bench it, but I feel like we're, owed to give it a try. And so, let's say, I don't know, hour and a half mark at the latest. That was a very long time between losing the coin flip and finding out. And, alright. We can normal summon Destrudo. Discard a Trickstar, target a link. Each time a card is banished from your opponent's graveyard, inflict 200. I did build it with like the Trickstars in mind, and I'm starting to think the Trickstars did not do much for it. Controversial, but right. Okay, so this makes what's her face? This makes a link 1, Sarah. But then Sarah doesn't get anything on summon unless you unless you do something with it. So I guess the rest of the hand is traps. Oh, Parallel Exceed. Yeah, sure, I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. Gets you into a rank 4 Xyz on top of whatever else you're doing. I do like Parallel Exceed. It's a nice extender. Like, it's really good, but at the same time it's not egregious. Although it does kind of allow you to do just about anything, doesn't it? With no locks on it. Yeah. So here's the rank 4. Alameris. Pinguicula. Doesn't have a trap as material. Detach, add a trap tricks from deck to hand. Still at 2 for no reason, is it? So it is. I mean, I feel that's fine. You get to add a trap tricks monster now. Oh, that's a monster effect, so you get to do Sarah. Yeah, you get to set a hole from deck. Now, that one is normal summoned, but you've already used your normal summon. So yeah, here's a trap. Now, in theory, the rest of the hand is traps plus Pudica, but we don't know that. Now, if their field is only one trap in Sarah, then it's well worth just using Cosmic on that. As for what that effect was, special summoned activates its effect, negate that effect if you do destroy this card. How you... oh, banish this card. No. Discarding. Okay, so yeah, that's a trap activation, they get a monster. Which means they get another rank 4. This rank 4 will be unaffected. Yeah, they're kind of like... they're good. They're not broken, but they're just kind of consistently fine. Because trap holes are just a decent series of cards. And so you can imagine that having a monster archetype that supports that series of cards is probably decent. Gravedigger, which turns off Destrudo and turns off Boldrake. But hold on, where is it? Activates its effect. Yeah. I have Cosmic, and I think that's what I have to use the Cosmic on. Because this is an in-hand effect, which means it doesn't play into the Nightmare. That's what it's called, right? Yeah. Okay, we know the last card in hand. They can't be destroyed, right? Yeah, the first time would be destroyed by card effect. However, yeah, we can just, like, hit this or whatever. Like, we can punch one of these things. Which, what does it require? This, which takes us down by half. So, okay, we want to use the Cosmic first. Well, no, we have to use the Cosmic first. Special in defense position. Think of, oh. That's hard once, okay. I think that's the same name. No, Vesiculo. Okay, so the Cosmic is a certain special summoned monster, isn't it? Special summoned, yeah. Yeah, they could have done more with this. So it was this one, which we kind of need to get rid of. If you control no monster, you can normal summon this. At the end, shuffle one card your opponent controls, inflict 500, neither player can activate. Yeah, that's not worth it. We want to just kind of like start beating over monsters and things. So we normal summon. That doesn't do anything. Yeah. This is fine. Like, you don't have anything you can do here, right? Any of this quick effect during the main phase? Yeah, no. Alright, so we do this. It's expensive, but it gets us to a Synchro 7. Yeah, but the back row doesn't work, because I need to activate the effect of a monster on the field, and you are banned bot. Anyway. So, and then we get the interesting choice of 1, 2, or 3, but I think it's always just this one. It is 26, so it can actually be over the XCs. Let's see. Do we care about this? I think we do care about the XCs, right? I guess it depends. Are you going to attach Rododode as material? You're not. Okay, that means we can do this now, because this is an in-hand effect and we're not activating the on-field effect. Okay. Now what's the condition again? Oh, okay, they can just attach it from banish. Not that that really matters. Oh, wait, they get to set a trap hole from deck. Yeah, I should have waited until the battle phase to do that. Unfortunate. Special summon this turn activates its effect. Yeah, okay, so I misplayed there. What can they do? There's Gravediggers. I mean, that implies that I'm going to activate anything on... Oh, no, it implies Grave. Handle Grave, yeah. So we go Battle. We attack... this one? It's too late, like, kind of. Well, hold on. They could just have Zeus in the extra. We have to kind of go forward thinking that they have Zeus, don't we? Gravediggers can't be activated this turn. This one can negate that, destroy the monster. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We punch this, and punch this. That should be okay. We punch the two links, we attempt to activate Yazi, targeting this. They could also just keep using the Xyz effect. Yeah, but the thing is, what we're going to do is we're going to attack over this, we're going to Yazi, attempt to pop this, they negate that, Yazi floats, we get the Mirage Dragon, and then we synchro for 10 in the main 2, which then banishes a card on the field. And it also means that they have to use yeah, it also means they have to use this one now or lose it. Well, they could keep it. But they think about it. Oh wait, no, it's a when. Oh, my master plan is foiled by missing the timing. Right. I think it's negated by missing the timing. And if that's the case, I have just done goofed. Real bad. Oh. Oh no. Now we've lost. Yeah. Idiots move. I needed to take out the XEs. I could have then banished the link. No. No, I just couldn't use Yazi. They do just kind of have it, they just need to know how. Like, they make another XEs and they have it. Unless they just really want to keep this on the field for some reason. No. They have it. I'm not gonna faff around and just make them get to it. But the thing is, yeah, I'm just not sure we were winning that one. I don't know. It's a weird one to think about. Right. We will say this as the last hurrah for Burn, and then we'll pivot. Either that, or we pivot to, like, editing this deck and cutting down some cards, because, you know, there's just some stuff that we haven't seen. 60 cards, so I assume that we're just losing, like, right off the bat. We've got Metaverse Cosmic, which gets us to the Dark Sanctuary, I think, exclusively. Yeah. 60-15, and the 60 card piles tend to have a way of just opening the nuts, so to speak. So, what's that one? That makes me think Diabell. Alright. I shall see you in a bit then. Oh. Is that it? Fusion Destiny. Yeah, sure, I guess we do this now. Either they have Ash or they don't. And we can get rid of the DPE, because we have Machinima. They control a monster. So, seems very good. Dystopia. I would have thought you'd just go for DPE. Are you going off harder? Apparently. Okay. Place it on top of the deck. Right, what do we have to face down? Is it more than DPE, or are they just saving DPE? Okay. What is your name being treated as? Do tell. You need to reveal a card. Shining Flare Neo Swingman. Oh. They don't really know what they're doing. We're good. Yeah, just take the 14. It's not that difficult. trying to? We want to banish, I think, the Dasher. Then we get a Surge in the end phase. Or another. And this lets us make 2 synchros. Right. Banish the other one. They have nothing in the grave. We have well, yeah, normal, special, synchro, 10 and 8. Granted, our 8 isn't monumental, but it's still a synchro. Yeah, they don't really know what they're doing with that. Okay, target 1 card on the field, destroy it. I'm not going to do anything. Yeah, this is not the tier of hero player you expect to see. Ruddy or Time Lord? What have they got in that grave? I'm tempted to say Ruddy. Right, so now we can do Barrel Load as well. I think it's just Ruddy. Chainlink 1. Chainlink 2. Banish. This guy, I guess. We don't really fear the face down. Can you believe it? And then this is like strictly oh yeah, we could do that. I'm down for that. It's more damage. If they activate a spell trap, which I deem pretty likely because they just seem to fire these for no reason. Once per turn. Okay, well, we gotta kill it. I guess, yeah, end phase. We get a draw 2 cards probably during this turn. I have downed my potion. Well, not quite downed, but it's gone. Cosmic, Dark Sanctuary, we got this still on the field, which doesn't really work. We got this guy still on the field, which is a threat. We got this in hand, which we're... I don't know. A Destrudo away from Tribute Summoning, if we really wanted to. Or we could just draw the continuous spell. That's another option. Three cards in hand, nothing in the grave. What do you think they have? Well, whatever it is, it's not a spell trap, so we don't get to draw, unfortunately, but that's kind of neat. Right, so we set this. We're not going to main phase 2, and they aren't on the level of Catastrophe. Finish Rhino. It's an effect, right? Send a Fiend from deck to grave? Yeah, you go for it. I don't really know what they're sending. It could be just about anything in the game. Infernity Archer, that really is just about anything. Pile of cards. Had they actually had DP, this would have been a slightly more close game. Not much, but a little bit. Because we can just banish the DP from grave with Bestials as they set a monster. Well, of all the games to miss, this is definitely one of them, you know? Yeah, I'm not going to stop that. mean, that's just well over lethal, so I think we just do it. And there we go. I don't know whether that was a masochist or whether that was just, you know, a guy. A bot. You never know. Right, let's move those. Right, we've got 2 whole cards. Normal monsters. Greater than level 4, so of no relevance. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's a pile. Yeah, no DPE. This would have been scary. As with this. I don't think they could make much else that's threatening. Like, sure, the sunrise, but... how consistent? Not very, it seems like. And bring gold. So we only get the 1 pack, but we do get our legacy tickets if we had any. Right. First one back. Anything spectacular? I mean, to be honest, anything useful. It's a Warrock card. Needs a Warrock Engrave, which means we already need to be slightly set up. And the rest of those are... I was kind of half hoping for a Royal there. Machine Assembly Line is fine. This is good for reptiles. This is good for resonators, but it needs to be sent as synchro material, which just isn't happening. At the moment, we have barely any resonators. One of them we pulled from that pack, and it requires already being ahead on plays to begin with. What decks? What other decks do we have? That's the staples. Go second. Did we update this? I think we did. We'll try out Go second in a minute or two. But for the moment, this is fine. For the moment, we keep going. And for the moment, we keep winning coin tosses. That's nice. Let's go. Seems like it'd be a small help when the deck that wants to set cards, you know. Set spell traps. Use several traps. Inflict the burn damage, like the field. That is a 9 card extra. Sure. I think we just do this. Lead with the tokens. Into a Trickstar. And yeah, I guess we do that. Why not? Thank you. Set 1. And we're locked out of non-Trickstars. That's fine. Monster effect in hand or grave, take 200. Normal or special summons inflict 200. And we've got an attack negate. But if the sleeves are accurate, they're on a pretty decent deck that doesn't need to do a lot. And if the sleeves are accurate, which I don't think they are, looking at that. Imperial Bower. Yeah, we don't have the one that is on ad, but that is also just a card. I'm not sure they're doing much of anything. Pile of cards again? I think it's pile of cards again. Although that is another, you know, Arcana, like, Poker Knight thing. And that is an actual Tri-Brigade monster. Well, where are we going from here? Feather Duster. That's unfortunate. I have stopped thinking that this is just a deck. This is, you know, something that they've constructed. Well, they take 200 from that. Small mercies. The clock is, you know, sizable. That's another effect, 200. We get to summon Magnum in the... once they actually put a monster on the field. It's only 2. I don't think I care about that particularly. Sure. They've got something to respond to this with, I don't know what it is though. Rendezvous, okay. So they can now hit over my things. Sad times. But the clock is ticking. That's 1,000 points of burn damage I've actually dealt to them, you know? Yeah, we can Magnum it after they hit over everything. That's fine. There's not an attack restriction or something, right? No, there's not. Although that's funny. I'm not going to get to use it too many times, and if they continue to special summon, I get to do some chip damage again. So I think we keep hold of it. At the very worst, it's still a Link 2 on the field, which means we can link them to Zeroboros next turn. Because we can banish with this. Banish with Magnum, search Boldrake, and then Link Summon. Although, this boost only lasts for the turn, right? Yeah. So it might not even be worth Link Summoning, we might just, you know, do Beatdown. Metaverse, nice. What else can we do? We can Synchro for 7 here. Make Yazi. Does Yazi do anything particularly great for us? Not really. That's 100. There's a protection. I'm okay with that. That's 1 protection out of the way. Let's see. It's really funny as well. We just pop this if we want, after the battle's done. Because it is just Rotor every turn. Brigade Roar. If you control a Link. Yeah, sure. Anyway, attack over this one. Now main 2. Yazi. Doesn't really matter, but we'll target this one. Special. You gotta wonder if they're gonna be on like Nibiru or something. And then just say, nah, they wouldn't be. And I think, oh wait. If I did have that Link monster in the grave, I guess I could have done Savage at the moment. But at the moment, that's not really Well, no, I can bring it back, it's just got its effects negated. So... is that of benefit to me? I think it is, actually. So we target this. Bring it back in defense position. It's just another body. And Vault Gate. Hello. How do? That is a little bit of a different entrance message. It goes well, but I could be feeling better. Down with a slight cold. But, as far as the dueling goes, I mean, this duel's going fine. Some of the others haven't, but this one seems to be controllable. Despite the fact that they're on Tri-Brigade, but they're also on the Poker Knight things, which I don't know how good that could be for them. We still have a 200 burn on normal summon. Speaking of, we have a field spell, which burns on attack declaration. Possibly. Sometimes. So the clock is counting down, very slowly. This is negated, but that doesn't matter, it's still a body, which means it can be used to make Zeraboros next turn. Who I don't think one-shots at the moment. We have 1, 4, so that's another 5, which means he is on 4... yeah, just 4,000. They would need to take, you know, the 13, really. But that is 2 special summons. No, that probably only counts for 1. If it does count for 2, that would be a nice boon, but I don't think it does. Yeah, that's 1 summon. More attack opportunities, but I don't know that they know what they're doing with it. Because this guy doesn't take any damage. So they're attacking into one of these. Okay, they succeed. Which means Savage can make something, but we now need a level 4 tuner, which we're not really getting to. Trying to figure out how to play with a deck you managed to make a little while ago. What kind of deck? Ooh, we close. Like her. That's funny. Tons of archetypes mixed into a pile. Well, you see, those typically are difficult just because of what they are. That's kind of how that works. And I think we end turn. They know I have triple tack in hand, but I don't think that matters. We're going to put one of them here, and one of them here. The question is, what archetypes? Some are just naturally synergistic, and so you can actually just pile deck them. But, like, here's a good example of decks that are not synergistic. Demise with Tri-Brigade. This is a ritual deck. It is an old ritual deck, and probably one of the worst. Scrap World, Legacy, Penguins, and Mekanko, Sprite, Adamancipator, and some more stuff. Yeah, that doesn't sound particularly synergistic. That sounds like a hell of a time to try and build. Like, Scrap has an engine you can play. Penguins kind of have an engine. Mekanko's pretty small. Sprite, okay, you can say there's an engine. I don't know if there's really an Adamancipator engine. And World Legacy, I guess, yeah, they're technically just kind of a group of cards that do things. Ooh, they vanishing. They get a link 3. 5 to 7 negates in a turn. Yeah, but at what kind of brick cost, you know? No, it's just a link 2. But yeah, what constitutes a good hand, and how often do you see it? Are you sending a spell? card from your deck or extra target effect change, negate, turn. That's a trap. So, depending on what they do, I am just... Oh. They don't know what they're doing. That sounds like an insane time, and I'm not actually sure how I help you with that. In the slightest. I guess not that you were necessarily looking for help, but, you know, point stands. During your opponent's main phase quick effect. Yeah, you're still currently just, like, not beating the Time Lord. Okay, now I need to reread Revolt, because I'm pretty sure Shureg does just beat it. Banish one card on the field, yeah. Banish one card does happen to beat the Time Lord. However, that is a monster effect. I'm not going to activate that effect. It would be really funny, though. Go on, attack in again. Damn it. Go on, do it again. Surely it'll work the third time. I can't believe I missed 3 in a row. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I'm good. You can have your monsters exactly where they are. Magic Cylinder, Trickstar, Narcissus. Right. So, I have to set this. I have to set this. And I probably want to set this. Let me just go battle phase. Like, they'll probably just do this to clear the Time Lord, which is really funny. Because once they do, I will get the option to go back into main phase, and then I can Snatch Steal. Like, I can just Snatch Steal. It's mostly Synchro and Links, but it also does Xyz. I mean, I don't know how you keep track of something like that. Special Summon 1. Okay. Nope. Damn. They played around the triple tack. Vanish. Me too. They are really playing around the triple tactics talent, which sucks. I mean, the thing is, a lot of those cards are individually decent. I guess that's the way it's working, right? You know I have Magic Cylinder, you know I have Dark Sanctuary, you know I have Triple Tactics. Triple Tactics you don't have to worry about because it's in the end phase. So it's between the Dark Sanctuary, whether they think they can win all their coin flips, and the Magic Cylinder, which will burn them for game. Probably. One. 2. 3. 4. Shureg. Oh, 5. Are you actually making Blast Fellas? That's, like, A-okay by me, if that's your choice. On the other hand, if you make Shureg, I'm completely fine with that as well. I should more or less have this. That's a Link 5. Cannot be special summoned. Opponent cannot activate when a monster declares. Yeah, they do just lose here. Because they declare it like, this can clear this. Nothing clears this, but, like, that's just kind of it. Okay, Okay, great, they gain it right now and lose it. Oh no, Swords of Revealing Light. My face down. The thing is, they're going to declare an attack with this. No, they're going... Oh, wait, no, they do just declare an attack with anything. But hopefully they declare an attack with the big guy, forgetting that they can just declare an attack with anyone. That's mandatory. Yeah, unfortunately I think I have to fire the cylinder now. Now, because of that, I'm pretty sure that even if they fail this coin toss, they live. Oh, yeah, the field spell goes, of course they live. But more importantly, I don't die, I guess. And I only need to do 900 points of damage. And this doesn't bring itself back. Like, 200 points and I win. That's not 200 points. It is Relinquish Animal, which this is in the wrong zone. Oh, 200 points and they win. They're on 900, right. A lot in my graveyard, not a lot banished. But I also don't quite know how I killed them without killing me. Check deck. There's got to be something. Yeah, Lazion would kind of do it. I'm not gonna, you know, put him in the spell trap zone. Are you mental? What does it? Torrential doesn't, but it's funny. Cauldron for like a couple of turns. Cauldron for a couple of turns. This guy just immediately. This one by their draw phase. Fenrir by virtue of just being Fenrir. I think they're really trying out a useless task. They're just hoping I activate the effect for some reason. No. Swords being up means that this doesn't work, but it does work next turn. No, it does. Yeah, it does. Because I can make Relinquished Anima, link into Haggard. Oh, no, that's only 800. None of those are low enough. Although Secret Barrel would do it. Secret Barrel, Clockwork Knight. We already had the Don Thousand. The Time Lords, as stated earlier. It's another one. Joke's on you, I've got 2 Marshmallons. And that is another monster. Oh wait, that just does it. Normal summon. I have targets. Of course I do. Special summon for Anima first. We'll take this one. Then we make Haggard. Haggard effect. Banish, you. Target you. And then just simple battle phase. Good game. Okay, so their deck was actual things. They just kind of bricked towards the end of it and couldn't quite deal with what I had accurately, I guess. And we apparently banished enough of our opponent's cards to pass the proficiency. That's a treat. It's not often we get to pass the proficiency. 3 legacy tickets, so let's do those first. What do we get? Flip them up. Pendulum, generic 2-scale tribute summon. That's not particularly brilliant. That's a Gemini. That's a normal level 1 dragon support, and it's technically a negate. But it's a negate for something that's already face-up on the field, which means it's a going second card, kind of, or going third. And there are very limited applications for that. Do you think the Master Pack will offer anything better? Let's find out. That is actually loads better. That just goes in the fire deck. Spellbook card. Another great noodle. Okay, those are becoming more playable. Non-effect support. Specifically normal support, really. And we're not playing the first one in anything anyway. The second stealth is good as well. But really it's Noodle Inversion and Fire Ferret. Those are the pickups from here. Right. Let's check out the proficiency. Let's check out what it gives us again. D-Force. Neat. This one gives us legacy tickets. Okay. Quick quiz time, guys. Branded loss activates branded fusion, which are these statements. Oh dear. The activation of your cards cannot be negated. Cannot activate, so... When a monster is fusion summoned this way. Can be activated, but it won't negate. It can be activated and it will negate. Okay. Which of these cards cannot be activated when you have 3? If you have 3 or more... No, because that puts you below 2 or more. Or until. So it is Into the Void. Any of them. Okay. I thought it was counting that as on the feet, like, already in the hand, and you'd have to put it on the field. SP, Dark Magician, Prohibition declaring SP. I don't know. Until the end phase. Cannot be used. So, that one? No, it was that one, okay. Yeah, Master Duel is pricey. I think we've already failed this, unfortunately. Which of these is false? That one, then. I don't know why that is. That's brilliant fusion. And once again, we're just back to name this card. I love that. Oh dear. Which of these statements is true? Unaffected by spell effects. Special summon with a different original name, equip it, then return. And if you do, then. Okay, so you cannot... It's unaffected by spell effects, but you could still equip it. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah. I think some of these questions are genuinely interesting. Which of these monsters cannot be added? Discard, add a Destiny Portal level 8 Fiend. That is searchable. That is searchable. That is searchable. It's not, Oh. I didn't put Ogre Dance was a Fiend. Well, we're really succeeding at this one. We'll give it another try in a minute. With Kashtira Fenrir, which cannot be special summoned, it has to be a different attribute, right? So I think it's just, yeah, Scareclaw. Yeah, we failed miserably at that. Well, miserably. 4 out of 8. Right, let's try that again. Oh, I didn't go to the answers. I meant to go to the answers. We just simply get the same ones. I think this is the Oracle. We've got it. Yeah. That one's not a relevant card. I don't know why that's named. If you respond, call by. It's just. It's still Alright, so it's Chaos Creator because it's a Thunder, I guess. It can attack you directly. The reason probably being that it's like it can attack your opponent and you control the equip card. Oh. Oh jeez. One or more the opponent cannot place would exceed the number of this card's controller. Monster A and B, no others except C. Well, who controls A, B, and C? Your opponent... Oh, wait, no. Under which following condition? Your opponent controls A and B, A, B, and C, and no others. You control no others. Your opponent controls Monster A and no others. You control B and no others. Your opponent controls A and C and no others. You control B. I think it's this one. Of this card's controller. On your opponent's field. I think it's this one. Your opponent controls A and no others, you control B and no others. Okay, I don't get that at all, so we'll have to look that up again. Changing it to face down. This has to check for attack, so it's not applied because it's not face up and it can't check the attack stat. That is Spellbook of Fate, I believe. No, it's the Master. Again, that's not really relevant, and that's Brilliant Fusion. We failed that as well? No, we cleared it. Just barely. Right, let's go to the answers and explanations, actually. So... I know it's a spell effect, but, like, it's the card name, right? Target one, because it's a monster in the grave, its effects are negated, as well as the activated cards and effects on field of monsters with the same original name. And because the effect is activated on field, then it's an equip spell. Okay. Yeah, so you're a fiend. Neat. And you are a thunder. Yeah, just misremembered it. It can attack your opponent directly. It's considered from the perspective of the player that controls the equip spell, so I got that correct. Your opponent controls A, and you control B. So while they control Kaiser and a face-up, you cannot summon a monster to your field. Considering the given circumstances, in order to activate Super Poly while your opponent controls this and one, there would need to be one monster fewer on your field than opponents. Kaiser Coliseum prevents Super Poly. It is irrelevant whether your opponent controls any monsters after Super Poly hypothetically resolves. Right, okay, hold on, give me a second. Let me try and read this again. Let me try and comprehend for a second. So they control Kaiser and one monster. On the field, if their number of monsters would exceed the number of monsters that are on the field of this card's controller. And Okay, I don't understand why C is not correct. You guys get it? Are you guys reading, comprehending this? In order to activate Super Poly, while your opponent controls Kaiser Colosseum and at least one monster, there would need to be at least one monster fewer on your field than your opponent's. Which means that your opponent Oh, would it be impossible? That's why I'm misreading this exact bit here. I thought it was possible. This is fine, this is fine, this is fine. No. Wait, you can activate it under D? The opponent cannot place a monster on the field. Kaiser is an old card, so, like, yeah, the rulings are a little weird about it. But that's a weird bit. You can activate Super Poly under D here. Your opponent controls no monsters. You can activate it, you just can't resolve it, I guess. Discard a card for cost, fusion. So you attempt to fusion summon Sentinels? I don't actually understand how this one works now. I'm confused about D. I've read this question further, and I have had different questions pop up at me. Could you understand, guys, why Kaiser Colosseum, they control no monsters, you control two? This scenario. Why can you activate Super Poly? Yeah, that's the attack check. That's just a name thing. That's Brilliant Fusion. Yeah, I guess we just won't get to see the other ones. Unless I want to take it again. But no. Activate a spell card. That's easy enough. Relatively, anyway. Yeah, let's change it to the Going Second deck. The Burn deck isn't really doing it. And the Going Second deck might not be particularly optimized at all, but we're going to try it. What do we have? So we've got the Lancier in here, we've got the Phantasme. Yeah. We've got all the things. Oh yeah, the Hand Trap, right. Oh wait, no, we did play this, didn't we? We played it before we played the Burn deck. And we found that we kept on getting OTK'd by the, like, stupid number FTK. Because we have to draw exactly this Mad Hacker, or lose. Which is really weird. But I guess we'll run it again. Short-term memory and all that, who cares? Ignore the fact that it was like, what, a week ago at this point. It's not particularly short-term memory. Although this would have been a killer going first hand. What do you think they're on 40 cards? With no extra. Ah. We're on a similar kind of, well, same but different, I think. Although that's just... yeah, sure. You don't have a card to send from your extra deck. Yeah, that does make sense. I'm not going to pay half my life points, I don't think I need to. It being a bot, I think we can actually just get in some free damage. They will summon to the center column, irrespective, which means we can just punch for 2,000. Problem is, after that, I don't think we can beat them in one turn. This is our only 2,000 normal summon. So, oh wait, no, we can, but we have to get, like, exactly Anima. Bot takes a long time to go from draw to main phase. Victoria. I mean, if they're going to attack me, I'll let them have it, but if they're just going to end phase, then I'll bounce it back. I feel like that's just fine. Yeah? Right, we only need to deal 34. But I don't know how we do that, actually. A Bestial plus Assault Synchron isn't quite it. And that doesn't do it. Okay, there's another turn. I dread to say it, guys. Let's just summon Assault Synchron. This is actually the 2-turn clock. Get the match over with a little bit quicker. Well, get the game over. It's not a match, it's Master Duel. It's best of 1. So how are you guys doing anyway? You guys having a good fun time? Enjoying life? Bot duels are, you know, so entertaining that it's just a great time to catch up with the chat, whoever's present. Because you don't have to focus on the game, there's all the time to do absolutely nothing. They've got evenly. Even if they did, they have a face-up card. Okay, that's the game. Oh, we've got Yugioh. Well, good showing for the going second deck. We managed to beat a bot who did nothing. Barely counts as activating cards. Apologies, you guys probably actually heard that. And we get a whole legacy ticket for it. But anyway, that means we get a master pack. And I'll save the legacy ticket until we get 3. And if we get a master pack, that means we get new cards, hopefully. Although we are pretty likely to get duplicates, as it turns out, for some reason. You see? This is terrible. Another Valance card. Night Howl. Charmers can't be destroyed. If it attacks an opponent's monster specifically, it's so one-sided. It's terrible. Yeah, no, that doesn't seem good. This is decent for Karakuri. Yeah. I mean, look at that. We've got 3... no, okay, half the pack is new cards, but the other half is duplicates from a pool of, like, 8k. And I don't think we even have, like, 2,000 different cards that are from the Master Pack, that's the thing. I would be very surprised if we did, anyway. High stakes battle. We gotta choose. We'll take second. Put the fear into them. We will simply draw Hand Traps Kaijus. Oh, they're on a full deck as well. We have actually drawn Hand Traps Kaijus. 52-15. Centurion. I don't think my Lancier is going to do anything here. I'm not sure the Kaijus do much of anything either. I can only control 1 sour scheduling. Yeah, go for it. I can blind them with the shiny Lancier, true. I guess it technically stops, like... No, it's only during the opponent's turn. It would stop Red Nova on the opponent's turn, but that's kind of it, and I can just Kaiju Red Nova anyway. Nothing else here is getting banished, so it doesn't matter. We just gotta kind of let them go. Now they get to Synchro Summon, surely, right? Yeah. Or they can just, you know, do it without the field spell effect. There's Auxilla. Centurion is a deck where I was originally very interested in, and then very quickly lost interest. Because I learned the game plan was just summon the level 12 King Calamity. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. And, after that, in the current day, it's changed again. Again, this is exclusively on my turn, or on their turn, this lands here, and I kind of need it to be on theirs. Which is unfortunate. I'm going to summon a Kaiju to their field and a Kaiju to my field, and my one will just get banished. Right, so... Kaiju Timebreaker. As far as things go, that's not terrible. And then we do a Kaiju. I'm going to put it here. Just for the sake of it. Normal summon. They really aren't activating this card, are they? Standby phase of the next turn. Unfortunate. Damn, my little guy. I guess set one. We can only control one. So... why bother? Special this card, increase the level by 4, synchro for 12. Again. And then I guess we gotta choose whether we want this one to be in the same place. Because they probably don't care about the monster. And we just get to stay in main phase to set this one. Does it do anything? Probably not, though. See, this is the issue. We need to draw pretty solid hands. And I don't think we do that well enough. And now you synchro summon, and then you search. So, surely it should be Legatia. Legatia. However you say it. Yeah. That gets rid of the Kaiju. So yeah, unfortunately... I am just losing this. You know, we don't need to continue the main phase. We don't really need to continue the duel. What other decks did we have? I don't want to throw the towel in just yet for this one, but I'm just curious. Right, we played that recently. We haven't touched Umi Normal for a minute. We haven't touched Vampire or Bungus for a while. But Bungus is kind of similar to Go Second in a way. So I think we just play this out a couple more times, then change it. Oddly familiar name. Almost like I've dueled them before. And I can't remember, were they a bot? Or were they just on a bad deck? That's 44-15. We've got Border Kaiju Soul Release, which isn't actually all that bad. We've also got Anima. then we have an attack negate for the following turn. Oh. Oh dear. We are getting FTK'd. Yeah, there is every chance we lose the duel right here. Okay, we get an Arcana Force. That doesn't necessarily mean a good thing, but we get a monster. They can just give us an Arcana Force that shifts control to the opponent. That is an option. They could give us an Arcana Force that is Tails. You know, I'll take that. I can believe they gave it new support simply because they're actually missing cards still. Like, what are we missing? They've got Chariot. I'm trying to remember the names of the Arcana now. Fool? Magician? Oh, they're missing Strength, aren't they? Or did they recently just get Strength? No, they are missing Strength still. That's a Tribute Summon. That is a level 5 Fairy normal monster. Are you on Primite? Are you on Primite Arcana Force? Do I Kaiju the normal monster? I think I do. Like, right? There's just no reason to not, surely. Have a Kaiju. I don't trust your normal monster. Okay, no, maybe it's just pile of cards. Right, we get a punch in for like 58, which is most of the game, and then we have an attack negate, so I'm pretty confident in this, honestly. I forgot about that. Never mind. If an attack is declared involving this card, right. Yeah, we actually wanted heads with that, but oh well. We can summon V-Jam from deck. We have dragged this duel out a lot longer than it needs to be by virtue of that one misclick. Well, misplay. Apologies, chat. They set a whole card. I could banish the 4 cards from their graveyard. 1 card from mine. But yeah, they're missing strength. They've got the moon, I'm pretty sure. What else? Oh, the Hangman. Yeah, they're missing the Hangman. Because of the obvious implications of the name, and that's why. During an opponent's turn, when that's how it leaves the field, destroy this card. Huh. You can check the pack after this if you want. I don't need to. It's not particularly interesting. During your opponent's turn when this card leaves the field. Sure. I'll get in for, like... No, it's a bot. They'll just attack into me. But no, it's because, like, I'm a little bit more familiar by playing Balatro with the various Arcana. I don't know where else I should be... Well, probably very specifically Yugioh. But we have the Fool, Magician, Empress, Chariot, I think you're the chariot. Emperor. Oh, Emperor. Lovers. There's the chariot. There's Hierophant, Temperance, Moon, Devil. What are you? Sun. Are they missing Star then? The Light and Dark rulers, which I guess are like alternate versions, alternate things. If your opponent, or if only your opponent controls a monster, damn. They really are playing an amount of Arcana Force cards. It's just other good stuff included, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, we'll do it. Oh, wait. Why did I not get the option? That's a bit weird. I guess Timebreaker does it, though. Because Timebreaker is a different kind of monster that counts for the Inspector Border. So they're missing Star, and they're missing... No, they have World. That's a Testina card. But yeah, they have World. That's this boy. But they're missing Star. And they're missing Hangman. But that's because of the name, and that's because of the art, and the whole card in general. And strength. Right, okay, another 2k. I know everyone enjoys these very fun duels, you know. No one can get enough of bots. Return to the field. Let's just special summon. Normal summon. Hello, Turtle. And yeah, I mean, I think we just start hitting again. They could get a whole monster effect if we're not careful. In fact, they could get a whole monster effect if we're not careful. Oh wait, we have to target an opponent's card. Or did we use our one monster effect? Oh, we used our one monster effect, right. We're doing okay. I felt a little bit better. I've got a summer cold, somehow. But as for the duels are going fine-ish. We've only had about 2, maybe 3 wins. I'm not sure if that's including this one. We can check that in a minute. You haven't missed a lot. The thing is, it is, you know, basically first couple of days of the month, which means everyone from Plat is still in gold. Except probably a couple of, you know, just a couple of people. And that means that the average deck is a lot tougher. That seems uninteresting. Please tell me more. Yeah, you're missing the most epic duels of, like, we summoned cards, the opponent did nothing because the opponent's a bot. And, you know, that's how it goes. You just beat them into the ground. Activate, like, 2 cards. Which is kind of how this duel's gone. It's probably... I think it might... I'm not sure if it's a player or a bot, but they basically haven't activated cards, really. Well, no, they got to some Arcana Force things. This has been a more interactive duel than a couple of them. We were up against a burn deck. That was, like, mildly interesting. It was decently fun. How many wins have we had? 1, 2... Okay, we've had 4 wins. But, what was it? You, right? Yeah, this was an interesting duel, actually, because they were playing it pretty slow, and we just, like... We got too aggressive too quickly towards the end, and just kind of missed it because of that. I think otherwise we had it. What else did we lose to? Trap Tricks, because, you know, Trap Tricks. Surprise, surprise. What else? Oh yeah, Primite Blue Eyes, because they got to Drill Beam and they just started negating things, you know? Well, actually, they got to Imperm and Drill Beam, and that was kind of what did it. But what this means is that we get another pack, and we actually have more than 3 Legacy tickets, so let's go ahead and open those. And see if we get anything interesting. We have Curry B, which is always a Karibo. Add a spell trap that lists Karibo. Once per turn when your opponent wants to declare as an attack. Sure, that's really bad. Unless we get the rest of them. This is fine. It's not the best, but it's fine. Another Secret Barrel, that goes in the burn deck instantly. Sure. That's neat. It's new. I don't know if we have the VW stuff, but we have some of the XYZ fusions, so it's kind of in that direction. Wind Support, Sarcophagus, and Swift Strike. That's Secret Barrel and V-Tiger Jet are probably the best cards there. And I don't think V-Tiger Jet is particularly amazing, it's better than the rest of them. It's part of a 2-monster contact fusion. Evo Branch, that requires Evols. And the rest of these are duplicates. Wow. What an eventful pack. And that's how the stream's kind of just gone. That's how things have been going so far. Anyway, we did actually rank up, so that's kind of neat. But just very quickly, do we? We actually have it, okay. And that's related to, yeah, like, how do we look for these? Sure, let's take a look at this. Yeah, we have 3 copies of Z, and we have none of the other ones, so unions are not really on the table anytime soon. Right, give this a try or 2 more, and then we can switch, I guess. Either that, or we just play this out for the rest of the stream. And this is fine. We lose the coin toss, it doesn't matter. This deck is the Ghost Second deck. We're main decking all the Kaijus. All the hand traps. In fact, there's one of them. Right now. Sure. Yeah, let's do it. You didn't get your Royal Branded alt art. I mean, you've been really chasing that. So that's unfortunate, but from my point of view, it's not entirely unexpected. However, that's my point of view, I could just be wrong. Okay, so is this actually the Scareclaw part? Or is the Scareclaw just being used around Visa stuff in general? It does lock me into links, but I don't think that's important. Can I attack with it? It cannot activate its effects, but I can attack with it. Nope. Never mind. Very important hand trap. Yeah, it just looks like a Scareclaw deck. It would have actually been semi-important to actually keep that on, because the Link monster changes everything to defense, and that would have allowed us to actually keep 2 monsters on the field. I guess, however, we do have Tie Strike. This is unaffected by the activated effects of defense position monsters. It's affected by other things, and they don't have the protection card in the grave. So we can Clockwork Knight for whatever good that would do. I don't think it actually does anything. No, not really. That's probably Twin Saw, Twin Blade. Inspector Border. That's not an activated effect, so I'm going to try this first. They might ash it, they might not. They do not. We add V-Jam. Let's activate Clockwork. This is a normal summon. Change it to defense, that's fine. Special for Anima. What does this do? Your opponent cannot, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Good thing I read that card, hey? Although this is just battle, right? Yeah, it is just battle. Damage count? Yeah, I guess that's the time. Ba-boom-ba. Take 3k. And yeah, we're probably just dead, but hey, we outed the big boy. I can't imagine they only played the one guy. Shame it cost us like half our life to do though, that's the thing. Maybe they only have one. I don't think they do, but we're gonna find out, I guess. It's also, you know, they can just change things to attack position, just kill me. Did they just add a shiny one? There's the Link 3. It can only make attacks on monsters, I believe, is the thing that it adds. It can attack a number of times each battle phase. Oh. Well, do you control a second one? Yes, you do. GG's. They only needed to put that other one on the field and that would have done it. Right. We gotta go second again. Let's see if we draw a... Well, we drew an okay hand. It's just they had an actual, you know, on-field removal for our one-hand trap, which needs to stick around until the end phase. We got something to bait out, a Negate or Ash Blossom. They're doing Fiendsmith. So this would have been better going first, can you believe it? They will do Fiendsmith lines. Aren't these guys like... Yeah, why didn't you just use Casper? Unless you want the Link one in the grave. They didn't even use the effect of it. We can out whatever they do. Don't judge their only goal. Look, but you see this. This means that unless they've climbed very quickly through silver, they were flat. And I guess, yeah, that might fall into the bit of don't judge they're only a flat player, but... You know. Same sort of area, I guess. Doesn't make a huge amount of difference. We're able to get to plat pretty frequently, and it's not like our deck is stellar. Not any of them. They're decent. I guess at the very least the 3-Rise map hurts a little less now. Oh, they're actually playing this. This is unaffected, right? We have a Kaiju, so this isn't a problem, but it's just, you know, that's not what I expected. They're on an actual Fiendsmith. And they're using his Link material. The Yama. Sure. That feels really weird. Yeah, they are going all in, definitely. I don't know what that means, but they are doing it. There's trash. What do you reckon will have the lowest attack on their end board? That is something about how we need to judge Mad Hacker. Agnum Day. I really don't know where they're going with this. It's going to be a while. Fiendsmith is still, as far as Master Duel goes, I think, like, what, 3 months old? 4 months old? How old is it now? It's not a half-year old yet, is it? I'm pretty sure it's under 6 months. Although I could just be wrong, genuinely. Sadly, Malice is coming. Yeah, that's not going to be fantastic for us. Although we have Lancia. Just draw Lancia. Just draw Floodgate. Apo. What if Apo got Kaiju'd? What the hell are they doing? Like, what is this? Right on time. Piri, do you have an Ash Blossom? You're probably just gonna click it if you do. Well, that was expensive. Oh, that's funny. Maxi. It's not my favourite, but sure. Yeah, you can't imagine it's too long for Appaloosa now, surely. The thing is, I'm not sure how many monsters they're going to actually control. Normal summon this. Oh, I should have had this in attack, right? Yeah. Activate the Clockwork Knight. Special summon an Unchained monster from your hand or from your grave. During your opponent's main phase, target special. Yeah, okay. 2 monsters including Unchained. Add a magical musket and link. They're going to link with this because this wasn't special summoned. I mean, that's fine. SP banish. And it's if link summon, so it doesn't miss the timing. Sure. That inboard genuinely wasn't impressive, though. Like, the reason why we're losing to that is because we're a Masochist deck. That was piss poor inboard. And that's a constructed deck, and you're planning to end on Apo. This to summon this into SP. So it's 2 monster negates in theory. Yeah, that's the thing. A 1600 Apo, it's not even a 2400, so this is like walkable via a normal summon. And then they can't actually link summon with the Solar Rage because you just need to normal summon. This requires a special. And the Caspar adds a musket. No. Yeah, maybe it's a Masochist, like, they don't know how to play it, they're not learning. That was a duel. It was also a abysmal end board by them. It would have been so much funnier to, like, you know, end on the... What was it? The Mad Hacker as well, though. You don't see the synergy. I mean, the thing is, it's just Fiendsmith. And, like, magical musket, like, all of the magical muskets are light fiends. That's the synergy. We drew the search target. 60 cards. Dragon Maid. Yes, you don't see the synergy. Okay, that's fair enough. D-Link Pog. No. D-Link not Pog. D-Maid. Yeah, maybe. D-Maid's pretty much just put up, like, an Omni-Negate. Actually, they just put up an Omni-Negate, right? Vortex does it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Activates a card or effect, negate, and then if you do, you can special house. Yeah. Seals. Seals passes an FTK. DP. DPE Seals. It's not ideal. And then what? You have Dragon Maid stuff for next turn, I guess? It is D-Link. No, why can't you just be in hand? Ugh. Annoying. I'm gonna pitch him. He's never around when I need him. I mean, they could return the Lightning Vortex to my hand if they want. They can destroy the Lightning Vortex and the DPE. I don't really know what they're putting the thought into right here. I think it'd be funny if they bounced the Lightning Vortex. Yeah, the DPE cat. What are you returning? Are you actually returning? No, hold on. No, they're not returning anything. They're just tributing it. Okay. Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, go for it. That's okay. We have Fenrir. We have Anima. We have Yugioh. They did out the board. The only problem is we can't kill them, so this comes back and just deals with Fenrir. And that nets them a search for their D-Link things. Right. It is just banish this face down. And I think that's just the move every day. And we set this, and we special summon the Yugioh in the battle phase. Activate. Banish. And special summon. We gain 1,000. We get a bolt to the attack of the Fenrir, so they can't just attack over, they have to pop it. They get an Upstart Goblin because your opponent doesn't actually brick, ever. It's a myth. Yeah, we'll continue the attack. At the very least, it is over half their life points. On the other hand, everything. Problems galore. If he searches Genroku, then at the very least, Kashira Fenrir. Well, no, it's during the standby phase that the DPE comes back, and it's not an activated effect, that's a lingering from the last turn. So it would be the Kashira activating to destroy a card. They're searching Fallen of Albaz. This certainly is a pile of cards, isn't it? DPE, Dragon Maids, Fallen of Albaz. Bestials, because, you know, they're just good like that. Yeah, that's fine. You can normal summon Albaz, but I don't actually know what you're fusing with. You could fusion with the Yugioh, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't target, so we just kind of have to let them do it. Yeah, there goes the Kashtira. It was pretty much expected. We have V-Jam, but that's not really going to do anything. Yeah, fusion with a Dark. That's all it is. They don't get to fusion with V-Jam. I probably should have attributed Yugioh, but like... But then what? You know? Mirror Jade just banishes a card, doesn't he? I can't see that. Banish one monster on the field, yeah. Which means that my singular face down is a threat, and it will be banished. Although, if they don't actually banish my monster, his effect gets negated, which is very funny. And if you do, never mind. The face down is Cubic Seed. It is basically a negate. But they have to attack into it. It's also Marginal One. It's also Relinquished Anima. It is many things. It's the only thing standing between me and a lost game, and that seals it, I'm pretty sure, because this is not damage count, this is after the battle. We can get Kashtira Ogre. Like, we can just summon this out. They're really not gonna bother. Nah, man. Face it, like, they're scared. They're scared of a face-down monster when I summon Yugioh and summon the Kashtira. He can't fusion summon with it because it's face down, and like Albaz can fusion summon with my field, but it can't check face downs on my field. And likewise, oh, I was supposed to pick going second. I forget which deck I'm using. Well, if we just draw Inspector Order. What if it's Man-Eater Bug? Yeah, what if it's Man-Eater Bug? Set one. Set one. That one. It's, you know, it's a hand. We get a Banisher Light or Dark from their grave if they control a monster. Which I think is going to be decent. Yeah, that's decently likely. That's the one of wanted. Well, yeah, that's the one of wanted. So, there's a Foolos. My alts are just looking better by the second, aren't they? And yeah, they're not going to play into columns, like, whatsoever. What are you adding? Could be many things. There are so many simple spoils. And it's the Snake Eye one. Is this limited? Fiendsmith. They can just make a Link 2 to start going into Fiendsmith stuff. So I don't think we bother with this. I think we save it for a little bit later down the combo line. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we save it, right? Titan on like Fiend, equip it. So yeah, tribute this, special summon Fiendsmith monster from hand or deck. It's okay. Summons Lacrima. Send a Fiendsmith during opponent's turn, quick effect. So yeah, they get to send a Fiendsmith. That's Engraver. If they activate Engraver here, we just banish the Engraver. That's Sequence. During your main phase, you can fusion summon by shuffling. I feel like we just let them do it, right? Go for it. For 3, so that makes the Desiree. Sure. Up to the number of link monsters equipped to this card. Yeah, unfortunately that'll do that, won't it? We get to banish one of these links, I guess. Yeah, sure. Let's just get rid of... Let's get rid of this thing. It's not the most impactful thing in the world, but it's, you know, it's a banish. We still have Soul Scheduling Tie Strike. They won't play into this. We were meant to click second, but I'm not actually sure that that would have done us any favours. Until the end of the turn. Negate the effects of a number. It's not negating the activation, so that's drawing damage calc. In theory, that works. I don't know how much more combo they've got. Probably a lot. So I guess I can hope they run out of timer. That's at 1, this is at 1, this is at 1, Oak's about to be banned. You know, they really could have just, like, banned Flamberge. Yeah, you're about to be banned soon. What'd you do? Is that one of your level 1 fires? Oh, right, yeah. Bring that back. Oh, right. That was for cast. I should have done that then. Oh well, my mistake. That's the Flamberge. During opponent's turn, quick effect. Target 1. Okay. So they're probably targeting this to put it in Spell Trap Zone, realistically. That's what I can think of. Place out the bottom of the deck, draw 1, and that's another thing, this is at 1 as well. There's so many things that are limited for this deck, and does nothing. Go on then. What did you pull today that was funny? Did you pull Snake Eye Oak? Like 2 days before it's going to get banned. Normal Summon Droll. Oh, right, no, I should have, yeah, I should have had something on for that. Never mind. That's unfortunate. Unlucky for you. IP. Which then special summons. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I shouldn't have let them make the IP with those. Yeah, I guess that's true. That's 30 normal dust. That is another card. It's not like normal dust is as easy to get your hands on as, you know, just actual dust in real life. Link for Flame. Yep. Wait. Huh. I contribute the V-Jam. Because I know what attribute it is. That's interesting. Well, where do they go from here? Are they looking to OTK, you think? Go for it. It's during your opponent's turn exclusively to summon, but it could place during their turn. target one monster on the field or in either grave. Wouldn't you want to place something from your grave? Heater. Not that I have a fire, but sure. Now it's in the grave. Are you putting Masquerena in the spell trap zone? They haven't used that first effect, they've still got time to. Just battle these. Declare battle, battle step, damage calc. This should work, right? That it does. That's funny. Damn it. I gotta send a card on the field to the grave. If they pick the worst one. And yeah, you know we're doing that. One counter, negate its effects. I'll take the 1850. That's completely a-okay. You're not familiar with cubic counters, are you? They will control a fire monster, so I can't actually special summon this if I want to keep it, because they just get the Promethean Princess back out. Oh. Yeah. I can do that. Princess. That one. Linkaribo. And Trapped, right? Yeah. It's still negated. Man, they're really trying out here, aren't they? Anyway, that feels really nice. Really impactful. I believe we just make Anima. They've got this in the spell trap zone, but I don't know that they do anything with it. Veiler. Yeah, go on then. Oh damn. I don't actually know what they do from here. They've got an 1850. Was that a quick effect? During the end phase specifically. I could not have played around that. Oh, come on, man. They just had Veiler as well. Did I give them, like, what, one draw? Did they max see me for anything? I didn't even max see them. They just had that. Just, come on. Just attack and call it a game. We did so well. That's really annoying. Right. What deck do you think we'd return to next stream? Because we're not playing this again. And we're not playing the burn again. We gave that a chance. We got, like, an extra card for it, but, that's about it. We got Secret Barrel number 2. I'm tempted to return to the Vampire deck, but I don't think it's, like, fantastic or anything. Hey, he's here. We have the hand trap. Don't know whether we're going to do anything with him, but we have him. I do say that about every deck, to be fair. But I'm thinking about returning to, like, Vampire or the Bungus deck. The Bungus deck features generators, and the Vampire deck is just, you know, zombies. I think the Ninja deck was kinda decent, and good stuff is just, you know, good. Ooh. Is it Yubel or is it actual Sacred Beast? That's indistinguishable currently. What do you add from this? That's Yugioh, isn't it? Yep. There's no way that's... oh, it's Sprite. There were a couple extra zombies that we picked up. Like, we picked up a couple more vampire names, but I'm not sure we need to run them at any more copies. Because the ones that we got were like, yeah, we do this. We don't have to activate that second effect, so this is basically just a free special summon. But yeah, I think we picked up like another Baron, who is the Monarch statline one, but that's kind of bad because we need to control 2, and then we get swap control of a vampire and a monster our opponent controls. What would we have liked more? More copies of Crimson would have been fine. More copies of... what's his name? I think his name is Duke. No, Scourge. Scourge would have been good. Yeah, this is just Sprite. I don't know how much we do against Sprite. These make the stats become equal, right? Yeah. Do I have the field spell? Oh, for vampires? I think we might. It's not a fantastic field spell. Good night, Turtle. It's been nice having you. You call me funny. Aw. That's sweet of you. You have a good one. It's been nice having you in the stream, and look forward to catching you next time. Do I have Zombie World? No. If we had Zombie World, I would say that the zombie deck is decent in a heartbeat. We have Metaverse. And granted, that's only 2 copies, but then that's something that blanks Fiendsmith, it blanks Blue Eyes. Between, like, having Clockwork Knight and Zombie World, we would just blank, you know, a good couple of decks. Blanks Tenpai. What else does it do? What else does it blank? Blanks Yugioh. Because Yugioh likes Fiends in the Grave. Fiends on field, kind of, but Fiends in Grave. Mannequin Cat. Because this is a dark, I guess. It's a cyber, so yeah, it'll be because it's a dark monster. Do we have Poplar, Flamberge, and Ivy? No. We have Birch. And we have Ash. So, like, we have 4 Snake Eye cards, but they're 3 copies of Birch and 1 copy of Ash. And, like, that's all we could do with it. Why are you playing Goblin Biker and Sprite? Close enough, that's from it. It's so budget, it doesn't even include the end board. What are you doing? I have Beast Warrior Pile with no payoff. You know what? Sounds great. Just run it. The combo is super consistent. Doesn't actually end on anything, but you know. It does it all the time. The end board, so to speak, is like a link to. It's just Pentastag. Lanfarincus Pass. That will attach a guy. A link 3 that doesn't do anything. Okay. So Traffic Ghost Pass. Damn, they stole my hand trap. I don't really know what else they're doing. They can't summon this because they control too many various monsters at the moment, unless they haven't locked themselves and they free up some zones. Because that'll trigger Gabonga again. Oh. No, that's it. So we can just Anima. Like, that's completely an option. A Link 3 that summons something. Oh, we can also just... Yeah, we could also just do that. Type 1 card on the field, attach it to a Goblin Xyz. Well, you don't control a Goblin Xyz, although this has to be the first thing I attempt, so we'll try it. And apparently we'll get it. So, let's do that. Let's Kaiju Gabonga. You can revive a level 2 as a quick effect. So, let's normal summon this. Link summon first to make Anima. And then what? Are you a quick effect? Current one that's on the field. Oh. Huh. That's my monster, so I think I take the damage, right? Although we found out that they take the damage, but that's not particularly relevant. Well, we'll summon Destrudo in defense position. And then we'll go battle phase, and we'll attack, and we'll hit this. And then we'll go damage calc, and then we'll do this. I'll take another 700, and you'll take 33. Because apparently that's how this card works. Because reasons. They get to make Gabonga again, but, or probably just kill me somehow. You know, yeah, that's not really going anywhere. Rugal the Silver Sheller that will do something one day. That name sounds familiar. I feel like it was a recent TCG card, but I'm not sure why. Try Grade Link Monster. Oh! Force of habit. I need to stop. Maybe I need to change decks. Maybe that's what it is. We're playing the wrong deck. Every deck we have wants to go first. Including this, I guess. Set 1. We have a negate attack, we have a kaiju, we have a way to... Well, I mean, if they Red Eyes Fusion, what are we doing? Dark Magician. Okay, so, yeah, stack the deck. They get to target one card on the field and banish it, so they could actually get rid of the Cube Extension, like, right this turn. That sets Eternal Soul. And it mentions Dark Magician. Okay. So they get a set Eternal Soul. If they declare an attack, we get a summon Vijam. The monster becomes Dark Magician, doesn't it? Yeah, you become Dark Magician. That's not great for me. But we'll special summon. Battle phase? Oh, hell yeah. They've got effect failure, so they are actually on hand traps. They're taking their time to read. Yeah, that is correct. Unfortunately for you, I have a V-Gem. And just in case... No, you're not fusion summoning. Right, we do still have a problem. We've got to clear the Eternal Soul. That could also be Eternal Soul. Do we want to do that? I don't know if they have a Dark Magician in rotation, so I think we do at the moment. We take that and we put it anywhere, really. Destrudo, that does it. So, normal summon. There's the Eternal Soul. Use the effect. Add. Okay, that's fine. I can Synchro for 11 right now. Or I can Synchro for Yazi. I think we got a Synchro for Yazi. It's expensive, but what's that other card you've got then? They've got something. They can't use this again. What have we got? Right. So why am I... Oh, I'm locked into links. Right. Is it because I control that guy? Yes. I need to get rid of this guy first. So... Oh, I could just make Zeraboros. Have I used my normal summon? I don't think I have. Or did I normal summon Timebreaker, right? No, I normal summon Timebreaker, I'm sure of it. Turn 2. Turn 3. Normal summon the Timebreaker. Okay, use my normal summon. So... I think it is just a Link 2 then. You and you. It's not the best thing in the world, but it'll do. It gets me out of the Link lock. They're really thinking on my individual plays. Right. Yazi here to get rid of the Eternal Soul because they can't just set it again. Actually, I think we just go in for battle damage and then take out the Eternal Soul. Yeah, they tried to... Okay, that's fine, yeah. So we definitely just go in for battle damage. And main 2. Do we have... We have a banished... Okay, we could get him back, so that's neat. There goes Eternal Soul. There goes Yazi. They don't have anything banished. We definitely want to just grab the Mad Hatter back because it's just more bodies. It's just for the rest of the turn. And if they don't put up any offensives, we get to the Link 4, we get to Zeraboros. If they put up a monster, I guess we get a Kaiju them. An Anima. Okay, we took way longer to deal with that than we should have done. But, yeah, that was fine. Is it just, like, completely Dark Magician? Yeah. 3 Red Eyes, 3 Dark Magician. Certainly some ratios. I know they're on Dragoon, but like 3 and 3 is a lot. Especially when you'd probably just rather have Eye of Timaeus, put this at 1, have like maybe 3 Red Eyes fusion, or like put in Thrust as a way to search it. Oh no, Verte, they just have to hard draw the fusion. That's kind of crazy. I didn't even see that. Right, let's open our 3 tickets. See if we have anything particularly interesting in here. Number. This is zone blocking, which, you know, goes with our Kashtira's, but it's like, it's 3 level 4s, we're not doing it. No, that's bad burn. Level 2 normal. Level 6 tribute. Dinosaur thing. Specials from hand, so not particularly great. And United Front. When a trap card is activated while you control two or more face-up monsters with the same level. That's oddly specific. It also doesn't feel like a real Yu-Gi-Oh card. Well, no, it feels like a real Yu-Gi-Oh card, but I'm surprised I haven't ever seen it. We have shiny card. As some people like to say, probably shiny useless card. Second edition, second Abyss, second Berserker, second... Look at all these duplicates. Place your bets. Is this a duplicate? It fucking is. It's a... We have this already. What the... It could be any ultra rare. Oh. It's just cards included in this pack. Exactly ultras. Your cards. We have. Look at all these ultra rares that we have. Look at all of them. Not a bad card. Maybe. But do we need 2 of it? We aren't even making 1 of it. We can't even make this with Rescue Rabbit. Look at all these ultra rares. It could have been any of this. Absolutely any of this. Look at all these cards we don't have. And we're still getting duplicates of random shit. How long have we had El Shadol Winder? Probably not able to make it, but that is a win condition. I'll have to look at that in a minute. So yeah, those packs were very, very eventful. Very, very important. We have a number of Shadols, but I think it's about a way to fusion, really. I guess we have Verte. Verte plus, like, a couple Shadols technically does it. We would just have to hard draw the Shadols and have a way to make a link to. Which isn't particularly difficult. Cosmic. For 1 card. Oh well, seems fine. Oh. Yeah, you know, that seems decent. I think they might just scoop. I think they might. Yeah, sure. Oh, they're actually letting it go through. That's interesting. No, we don't set it, we just go battle phase and we just, like, poke in. Right, they've lost 2 cards. I think we're doing okay. We've got Fenrir on the field, we've got a Kaiju in hand, Time Gazer, Ogre, and a card to bounce if the Time Gazer fails. We can also just banish our own Kaiju face down and declare an attack. There's Unicorn. Yep, there's the attack. That's fine. They probably search for a spell now. Oh wait, that's... They activated a monster effect. I don't know why they did that. Yeah, banish whatever you want, my guy. Cool stuff. Why did you do that? That's face down. You can't get that. Yeah. they banished the Ice Jade. The Ice Jade 10 Synchro. That's, first of all, not something we ever really summon. Like, it's a very specific combination. And the other thing is that, yeah, they allowed us to do Fenrir. It's just dumb. It's Jar. This is the dumb deck. She's energetic. Two legacy tickets, we'll just ignore those. I can't believe that's what... First of all, that's what they chose to banish, and then the second part, that they actually chose to banish. That's another rocket. That's a decent, you know, add to the collection. Second Red Eyes Wyvern. But we need... No, this is just Red Eyes monsters. DD Cerberus, Cradle Slime, Construct, Dragoonity Pylum. Normal summon, special summon a Wing Beast Dragoonity from hand, then equip it with this card. It can attack directly, does half damage. That's not terrible. That's our second Construct. But the thing is, we don't really want to make this to Fusion Summon, because the issue is that it requires 2 flips. And flips aren't particularly ones that special themselves for free. Can you believe it? But I guess we're between duels anyway. We'll go for maybe like 1 or 2 more, but while we're between those duels, 2 more wins, that's not terrible. Related cards. So we have a number of cards. We have a Beast, we have a Hell, we have Falco, Ariel, we have Annoya Tillis at 4, 1 Winder, 2 Core, 1 Shadow Games, but that's no actual way to Fusion Summon it. It needs to be Fusion Summoned with a Dark and a Shadol. So, Target Despia or Fallen Out, that's nope. Fusion Summon a Hero, no, that's a Phantasm. E-Hero using only zombies, nope, because they are spellcasters. Neospatians, Rapid Trigger. It can only attack monsters special summon from the extra deck is a problem. But... oh, it also needs to destroy from field. It can't fuse from hand. Fusion Summon a Dragon. Again, it's a spellcaster. Predaplant. Fusion Summon a Dark Monster. Using monsters from either field, including 2 or more Dark Monsters you control. So that would technically do it, but again, we need to control 2. That's an Amazoness. You Fusion Summon a Zombie? Using only zombies, yeah. Fusion Summon using monsters you control. That's kind of the most generic at the moment. Just fusion using monsters you control. We have Chain Material, but we don't actually have anything that you use. We have 2 Alistair, no Invocation. Fusion Conscription adds Named. Destiny doesn't make it. We also don't actually have anything to make with Fusion Destiny, by the way, I do know that. Fusion Gate would work. Hand or field banish them. Each player can only special summon once. Does mean opponent puts a big monster on the field and I don't really have a way to out it because I can summon a Kaiju, but then I can't do anything and they just run into this. What else do we have? Fusion summons a Mutant. If you fusion a summon a Dark, yeah. It doesn't look like we really have a ton of ways. Ooh. Hold on a second. Send a tuner and a non-tuner from your face-up field to the grave. Okay, so here's the issue. Everything requires sending from field. Harmonic Synchro Fusion is possibly something to consider with Verte, though. I don't think we have any particularly decent generic fusions, but it only needs to be like halfway decent. Including a spellcaster from hand or field. Magistus Invocation would do it. That's funny. Psychic Synchro and a Psychic. I don't think we're making it, but it's funny. We can't use this. Can't use this. It's Machine, Fiend, Cyberdark, Insect. So, yeah, and we can't use this either because it's bookmarked. And that includes us specifically drawing the Dark Magician Girl, because we have Dark Magician Girl, I do believe, but not Dark Magician. So, yeah. Let's go back to the Shaddolls just for a second. Yeah, this is a tuner. That's a 3. So if we get exactly Harmonic Synchro Fusion, and we can get to Shaddoll Hedgehog and Shaddoll Falco, we can make Crystron Abatrix and, you know, Winder. Powerful end board. Anyway, ignore that. Ignore that. Let's run it. One more duel. See what kind of luck we have. Well, we're going second. Yeah, it is just a floodgate. There are a lot of the things that, like, this is very low on the floodgate kind of spectrum, but it is still a floodgate. You just get to block off an entire column. If you're against a Pendulum deck, this does kind of just win the game unless they out it. Branded Fusion. What if Kaiju? Just a thought, but Kaiju. The thing is, I really want to be able to give myself the Lightning Strike, because that would stop them from being able to do anything. But I don't know how I get to the 3 counters at the moment. That seems a little bit iffy. That's... no. I can get to 3 counters, but then they can activate the Mirror Jade effect, I believe. There's a Bellion. Let's just quickly read, like, Full on Valdez. And then Mirror Jade. Yeah. Because it triggers on it leaving the field, we're kind of out of luck. So there's Mirror Jade. It also just doesn't work if they just, like, Ash Blossom. Okay, so you'll be able to special summon this. You get to banish. Then, if sent to the graveyard, you can send a... okay. Is that just putting it on the field for the sake of having it, or... I feel like it's putting it on the... oh, wait, no, it does that, right. The hand's fine. I'm just trying to work out what we do with it. This only counts cards sent from the field. Yeah. Send this. Banish this. Target branded. Add. Place a branded. Okay. So add probably the one that if a light dark is banished, presumably. At least that's what I'd expect. Now they can't banish spell traps. That's our like one saving grace. Target branded, so they're adding back branded fusion, right? Yeah. Right, so what can we do? They've got branded fusion. If monster is banished, we spawn another Jizukiru. So we activate this one. That's always the start of it. Fuck you. That's just rude. Yeah, we kind of have to do it this way. I guess we could have done that one actually. Do you want to special summon it? I can special summon the Gabdala, and then I could special summon Yugioh. Well, normal summon Yugioh. Do you want a Mirror Jade? No. Do you want a Mirror Jade? That's fortunate for me. Unfortunately, they could have also just drawn into Ash Blossom. We know one card in their hand, right? Yeah. No. Activate effect. Banish itself. Target this. Because that's a draw card. Do you want me to get the draw? Yeah, there's the Ash Blossom. I'll take that. Right, smart plays. Now we activate. Sweet. Special summon here. Activate the effect. Remove my 3 kaiju counters. No more effects for you if this resolves. Can't be imperm. Well, I guess, yeah, they can just respond to that. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But there's no more effects for them for the turn, so we will just summon this. And go to battle and then crash the Mirror Jade, because that's fine. Yeah. Mirror Jade doesn't trigger. We still get to keep this. We can bounce this back to hand. We can search for our one... No, we've got another one of this guy. And we've got another one of this guy left in the deck. Add a Dark Lord. The Dark Lords are Dark Fairies, I guess. That's the reasoning, right? But the thing is, I have no doubt that they just go through and win, but... on the hopes. So you just placed it in that zone. Okay, I guess that one's not particularly important. Yeah, go for it. You need to send monsters from your deck. I don't think they're going to fusion summon using the Kaiju, because, you know, just... that feels like a dumb thing. You can just crash the Kaijus. There's Christia. How do you summon Christia? From hand. Yeah, go for it. I think I'm dead, because he doesn't target, right? He just banishes. Yeah, he just banishes. He doesn't target. That's messed up. You can attack. You can attack. Yeah. No, that effect was used, actually. Right? Yeah, they used it on this thing. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we'll do that. Negate. They used that last turn. It's not fucking Mirror Jade. It's this card. Specifically this card. No, you know, that's as good a way as any to end the stream, right? Man, every day I find a reason to hate Branded more. Well, we won a few duels. We've still got a fair bit of insulation. We're kind of running out at this point, but I think that was kind of to be expected. How many spell cards did we actually get going? 1. Yeah, we're gonna try and work out whether we're on vampires next time, which does need updating. Like, we have another Kashtira we can put in here. We have some other vampires I think we can chuck in. We can probably update the spell trap and monster lineup a little bit, long story short. So it's whether it's this, or whether it's this one, probably. Because Generator, you get to the field spell and you kind of just go from there, and you're fine. But we could probably just... well, the Synchro lineup is still good. I think the extra deck's still fine, it's just the main deck can be updated a little bit, and we can just, you know, go back to playing a different deck again. So, I guess, if you guys want, let me know. Otherwise, my name is Cat Monarch, and I think that's all we're gonna do for now. Look forward to catching you all on Monday's stream. So thank you all very much for watching, and goodbye for now.